Hey team. I'll wait a couple seconds for people to jump on, but just excuse the natural look for me. I have finally gotten into the hotel and took off my makeup, got cleaned up, and kind of just enjoyed a nice bath, some things that we probably all take for granted. And so I just wanted to kind of use this as my my diary, really, to just kind of let y'all know what we're doing and how how our first day was. We're in Houston, Texas, so let me know once you're on, and I want to know. I always feel like I want to sing. I want to know, can you show me? I won't sing for you guys, that's a mess. But let me know when you guys are on. Oh, what a day today has been already. I am just so tired, but I'm excited. It's kind of some weird emotions. But anyways, I want y'all to invite your teams to see this. I'm just inboxing some people or messaging some people right now and just kind of just tell them to jump on. And let me know. First of all, you guys need to add me on Snapchat because I'm going to try to do most of it on Snapchat. But it's going to be hard because it only lasts 24 hours. So, oh, look, Sherry Hood just added me as a friend on Snapchat. Okay, so here's the deal. If you guys want to come see me, I'm in Houston. It is 11:30. I'm going to bed, but I have to be up at, we have to leave here around 5:30 in the morning. So I don't know how far away you are from the Hampton by the airport, but that's where we're staying. So I'm probably going to be coming down to Texas here pretty soon. I want someone who's going to actually do like a 1-2-1 mission down here. So probably coming back to Texas. Okay, so let me share with you guys how my first day has gone. Karen, you're welcome to come see me at 5:30 in the morning if you would like. We can take a selfie and we can eat breakfast. If you want to come 5:30. Hampton Inn, come see me. Oh my gosh, you guys, today's day one. This morning we were able to you guys, I would love to have you guys come. You guys are more than welcome to come. This morning we were able to, I'm not going to try and look at the screen because I just get distracted by comments. But this morning, Josh and I woke up and we're supposed to be doing our team training, which we were so grateful that we had a couple girls, Amy Miller, who's a sideline good friend of mine, do it. Malin Norris did it. Julie Powell and Riley Bateman, they all really helped put on our training so we could spend this morning with our kids and just kind of get ready for this trip. It's going to be a lot. I don't know that I really had any expectations because I just kind of wanted to be in the moment, but I'm just really excited for it. And so we were able to just we had some errands to run, some people that we had to go drop off things. I'd get a couple packages mailed out, and just had some last minute checklist things, so I didn't have to stress about them while we were on the trip. I did my follow-ups, with my loyals, and just kind of made sure that they had their product, made sure that I was good. And then we headed up to Salt Lake, the airport, and we were way early, which I'm really glad. And obviously, like, everything happens for a reason. And for those of you who kind of followed me on the I Get To journey of the women's conference, it's grateful in all things. And we were early. And I was really glad we were early because every single bag got checked, which took forever. which we normally don't have any problems. And this morning, our bags, they were wanting to search everything, and here's my underwear and bra flying out of the TSA. It was kind of awesome. And at first, I was like super frustrated and just kind of bugged. And then I was like, well, you know what? It's for our protection. It's okay. Like, we have plenty of time. We're not in a hurry. It's fine. And so then we got on the plane, or, while we're waiting for our flight, I started journaling. And I don't really like to journal because I, one, can't put a sentence together to save my life, and two, my handwriting sucks and I can't ever read it. So I don't love to journal, but somebody had said you are going to want to journal your entire mission trip. And so maybe this is how I'm going to journal it. I don't know. So if I have service, obviously, like, I would love to do it live every single night and just kind of walk through how our day was and what we did and things like that. So we got there and I started journaling, and it was really fun. Anyways, I wrote down basically what I'm going to tell you guys now. But as we got to the airport, Ryan Wells, who's just one of our dear friends, and he also works with Children's Cup, he had said, your life is going to be so changed by this. And I think people are thinking, oh, well, duh, like, obviously, I'm not going to come back the same person. But in all the little things is really what I'm excited about. And I'm a very conscious person. Like, I don't think there's coincidences. I think that's, God's way of staying anonymous. And so we were told, they've covered our flights, they've got our hotels, everything basically for the amount that we had paid for the mission trip. It really includes everything but your checked bags. And checked bags is where, like, we had to check it. Okay. So again, if you follow me on Snapchat, you'll see that my bag, I think it was 48 pounds. The weight limit's 50. And we had budgeted to pay for our luggage, $25 every single time. And so we landed in Houston, $25. We fly out of Houston tomorrow, $25. On the way home, $50. Like, we had budgeted all for this, and the guy's taken a while to check in our bag. And I'm like, oh great, here we go again, right? And it was he just leaned over and he said, it's wanting me to charge your bag, but I'm going to bypass it. I'm just not going to charge you. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's like a small blessing. That's $25 that we can now pay forward. And so that was like one of the first small things where I was like, this is going to be fun. And just give thanks, in all things. And so as we go to the gate and I start journaling, of course, like, those of you guys who know me, I'm just like, I cry tears when I'm sad, when I'm happy, when I'm mad. They just come out, and that's okay. And then we get on the plane, and there was this guy. The plane was not full at all. And there was this guy who was acting funny. And I mean, like, funny. And me and Josh both looked at each other, and he's like, that guy's acting weird. I'm like, I know. And what's even crazier is that he had his pilot outfit on. And I was just like, prayer after prayer, like, please, like, just do not let something happen. And he was just sketch. And I had just kept praying and praying and praying, and I kept nudging Josh, like, please just make us safe. Like, we're just going to Houston, Texas. Like, I'm not trying to have any incidences. And so it was that little bit of moment when fear stepped in. And in the morning when I was getting ready, I kept listening to this song. It's called, it basically says, I'm no longer a slave to fear, but I am a child of God. And that song kept playing in my head. Like, and I know that this is just fear trying to creep in. um, from like telling you not to go or telling you to, you know, like it just does. It comes around. It's not fun. Um, and I had just said a prayer and I just said, like, take this. This is not mine. This is not of me. I don't know what this is, but like, I just don't want to be fearful. And, like, normally on planes, I just like crash out. I just fall asleep. And I just couldn't, knowing that, like, this guy was just acting weird. I'm sure he was tired. I don't know. But it wasn't just looking at him. It was like all of these things started coming into my mind. And I didn't like it. And the minute that I just kept playing that song in my head, and I was able to just kind of breathe, and it was gone. And I just knew in that moment that, like, I'm gonna get tested. And I can either trust him or I don't. And so many times throughout this journey since we have committed to this, like, things have come in and said, like, fear has creeped in and been like, don't go, it's fine, it's okay, like, it's not that big of a deal if you don't go, or, just different things. And it's just like, but I realized that if it's his way, then you're gonna find a way. And so that was on the plane. And then we get in to Houston and get our luggage and everything's fine. And then we call the shuttle to come pick us up and take us to the airport. And
Hotel.
Or hotel, thanks. I can't even think straight. And our shuttle wouldn't come. And at first I was like, dude, I'm freezing. Here in Houston, it's cold. Like, I don't care what anyone says, it's cold here in Houston. And I was like, well, maybe we're not supposed, like, I just keep going back to all things. And it's hard in the moment when we're going through something to be grateful for all things, because you're like, no, I'm not gonna be grateful. I'm sitting out here in the cold and I want to be in my hotel room. Like, no. But then, so I went back inside. Josh was waiting for the shuttle outside, and we saw that there was like a DoubleTree shuttle, and he started talking to this guy, and this lady walked in. Oh, let me back up. I was standing inside, and this lady was like, oh my gosh, it's so cold here. I'm not from here. I'm not used to this. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? Where are you from? And she said, I'm from Honduras. I was like, shut up. I'm going there, like, right now. I'm going there tomorrow morning. She was like, really? What are you going there for? And I said, a mission trip. And she was like, you will love it. I'm going to Canada to see my daughter. My daughter lives there. And I was like, you're going to love Canada. And again, that song of like, I'm done being afraid of fear. And so her shuttle pulls up. I run after her. I'm like, babe, because I didn't even bring a purse, you guys. Like, I didn't bring like hardly anything. And I was like, give me a card. And I ran over and I gave it to her, and I was like, will you give this to your daughter in Canada? Like, this is the company that we're with, and I just think that, she'll love it. And she was like, thank you so much. And I don't know where that's gonna go, but I'm not listening to that fear anymore. And so then that happened. I go back inside, and this lady comes in, and you can tell she's just madder than mad. And I was like, oh, it's too cold out there, huh, to stay out there? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, ooh, she doesn't want to talk right now. And she was like, we're supposed to be in Cancun. And I was like, oh, what are you going there for? Trying to have a conversation with her. And she was like, oh, our friend's got a timeshare, but She waited on an airplane for 7 hours while they tried to restaff the airplane